Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucker responsibilities. And this week, for all Cancer sun signs, this is what's going to be going on, and this is going to be the energies that you carry in throughout the week before the moon slides into your sign, which the moon loves to be there. Now, today's sun is in, this is based upon your sun, which is based upon your actions, the way you act, and how you see things. So let's talk about your synastry with the energies of Gaia right now. Today's sun is in Virgo. So off the back, it's a sextile. Anytime there's a sextile, that creates opportunities. Opportunities could be good or bad, depending on what opportunity you choose to take. Now, that don't have anything to do with your natal reading. This is based upon your frequency vibration, what kind of spiritual inclination you have. And that's going to be the one if you take a low vibration or a high vibration. It's going to be if you take the good opportunity or the bad opportunity. But for the most part, the opportunity is going to be there. So with sun, your sun sextile in today's sun Virgo, which your sun sign is Cancer. What happens here is, see, now you're cardinal water, initiating and creating new ways of how to feel and deal with the emotions of the realm of reality that you in. So with today's sun, you're going to be able to witness opportunities that you can take that energy and be a support to people today, and the energy of people's actions and the way they act and how they see around you. The way people are acting, no matter what sign they are, this is the way you see it. The way people are acting and their actions and how they see things around you today is based upon practicality, ways of thinking, and mutable ways of thinking and being practical. Because that's Virgo, being mutable, being able to adapt to its own or other people's ways of thinking and being practical, which ultimately is common sense. All mutable signs come to broad conclusions. You see what I'm saying? After they analyze each and every way and other people's way. So right here, you could play a support system, because right here, your actions and the way you act and how you see things is initiating new ways of how to feel and how to deal with the emotions. So right here, you can help a Virgo, or you can help people in general around you right now. Help people spark new ways of how to feel and deal with their emotional stance on how to get things working in their own life, how to deal with criticism, how to deal with what they're working with and what they're working on, and vice versa. The way people are acting around you right now, people are seeing how things work, how they're coming to practical conclusions of how to make sense out of the things of their actions and how they see things and the way they act. And right now it becomes opportunities where people can take that energy and help you. Now here's where it can clash. A lot of times it can clash where a lot of times you are a little bit more expressive. Like when you have a feeling and an emotion that you're trying to create, that's what you're creating now in the moment, right? It's that spark, it's that wave in the moment. And a lot of times you can see people around you not jumping to that feeling, not jumping to that emotion, because right now other people are sitting back thinking and trying to come to practical conclusions, and a lot of times that can involve with even criticizing you at the moment. So a lot of times you may catch a little bit of criticism. You might find yourself in situations where people may find opportunities to criticize you. You know what I'm saying? Criticize the way you feel about things. Try to take your emotions and come to practical conclusions about them. Try to make you feel like you're not really aware. You're not logical at this moment. You're doing things that's irrational at this moment. So you may need to. So you're gonna have a lot of that energy that people are looking at you. But for the most part, it's not because people don't like you. It's because people actually care about you, and that's the kind of energy that Virgo give off. When they have something negative to say about you, it's not because they don't like you, and they can do that sometimes, but for the most part, it's not for malice. It's because they help you, or they're trying to help you, or they're trying to care for you, and you will catch a sense of that care, so you'll know not to go overboard by their sharp tongues when they utilize Mercury. You'll kind of use the moon and know how to not care about certain things and know what to care about from them. So that's how this little clash could come, but that's how the benefit could come out of this little energy that sextiles that you guys got, as far as you and today's energy, Cancers. Now today moon is in Gemini, so you know, your actions, the way you act and how you see things is not directly influencing who people are and the way they feel about things and their emotional stance on things right now. So you're kind of like could play the position like Taurus a little bit. Sit back and eat some popcorn and listen to other people gossip, or listen to other people's ways of communicating and thinking and analyzing without jumping in the fire. You can either jump in the water and fire if you want to or not, but it's like your choice. But at the same time, you can just sit back and kind of have initiate your own emotional stance and feelings on the circumstances that's going around without it actually affecting who other people are. So you're not a big impression on anybody. So if you're a person who like to seek attention, it may be bad. But if you're a person who just like to be around and you're not bothering nobody, that's good too right now for that energy. That's good. It's good. It's a good thing. Now, Mercury is sliding in Virgo, sliding out, and it slid out of the cusp. So it's still in the cusp of Virgo and Leo, so it's still sharing a little bit of fire energy. But for the most part, this week you're going to be experiencing the Virgo energy of it. So it's more like a slight sextile. So for the most part, the feeling there, so the feeling is still going to be into the communication. So you're still going to pick up the feeling. Like, you know, when people try to have a way of communicating and thinking and analyzing, you're going to pick up the feeling behind those words. So but by the end of the week and then getting into you know what I'm saying, next week, that's going to slide out. Then you're going to have to start getting a little bit more practical with it, with your actions and the way you act and how you see forms of communication now, because the Mercury is going to be sliding fully into Virgo. But for the most part, by being in Virgo, I told you a bit about the little cusp is on right now, about the little energy of the fire Leo is sharing. But for the most part, for the Earth aspect of it, it's the sextile part. So you're going to experience a lot of opportunities for people for people to talk about you behind your back, or for you to talk about others behind their back in a good or a bad way. You're going to experience a lot of opportunities to analyze and think about your actions too, in the way how you see things, and add ideas to your actions or other people's actions. Now, when it comes into Venus, today's Venus is in Leo. So the way people love, appreciate, value, and how they relate to others, your actions, the way you act and how you see things is not no actual direct influence. So you can kind of jump in and out of this realm of reality as you please also, without being a direct influence or direct problem or direct success story when it comes to love, appreciation, or value. You kind of jump in and out. You can play jump rope right now. There's no direct influence or direct angle. The most part is just probably a semi-sextile or a semi-square, depending on what degree Cancer you are. Now, when it comes into Mars is in Virgo. So right now, this is a sextile. So you're gonna witness opportunities to carry out your intent, willpower, passions, and motivations. So you're going to witness opportunities where you just start to get all this spark and energy, or somebody may come around you that just spark this energy or put you in force fields where you're able to see your desires. You're able to act on your desires, your passions and motivations, and make it part of your actions and see them, because the sun makes its sight, its vision, its see. So you're able to vision your desires also right now and actually go for it and actually witness opportunities that you can kind of take up on these things. So make sure you're looking at the opportunities and not seeing the bad opportunities. The bad opportunities is you may witness opportunities that deal with missing details and missing and not criticizing people, places, and things that you should have criticized. So now you're experiencing someone else's desires and someone else's timeline of passions, and then that's going to make you upset. Now, when it comes into Jupiter, Jupiter is in Libra. So right here, this is a square. So right here, anytime there's a square, that's a learning process. So you got to learn how to apply some wisdom and knowledge to your actions. Learn how to apply meaning and reasoning. So you just put some. So start to apply some more meaning and reasonings to your actions and how you see things and how you do things and the way you act. You know what I'm saying? Add a little bit more meaning and reasonings to these things. Start add more philosophical points of views to these things. And Jupiter is in Libra, so the way how you do that is going to have to be through forms of communicating, forms of relating, forms of judging, forms of analyzing, forms of being fair, forms of balancing. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you got Saturn is in Sagittarius. So as a Cancer, this is an in conjunction, so it's a misunderstanding. Now, with this misunderstanding right here, it could be an if or and misunderstanding, because the two opposite signs is the two in conjunction signs is Sagittarius and Aquarius, but the direct opposite is Capricorn. So what happens here is, a lot of times you misunderstand the way people gain structure in their life right now, the way other people are looking at reality right now, the way other people are setting boundaries and restrictions and set limits. Like, just the way people are getting jobs right now, the way people is like faith based, like is like like spirited based, expression based, like things that's not even based on reality. And Saturn is is this reality based planet, but since it's in fire, it's being transformed. So the shapes and structure and is being transformed into new shapes and structure. So AKA in reality, and the way people gain structure in their life is in new ways right now, and in ways based upon fire. And in this fire is mutable fire, so it's being able to adapt to its own or other people's ways of seeing and feeling things. So it have to come to a broad conclusion on how people see and feel about astrology, religion, spirituality, and faith. And this is how people getting jobs and creating structure in their life. And you have a misunderstanding of this right now, because your actions and the way you act and how you see things is not really into this. It goes into feeling. It can relate to the feeling, but the expressing what it feels part is the part that is misunderstanding. So right now you just have to tap a little bit more into expressing how you feel about things, and then if you are a deep enough feeler, you will know how to tap into realms of reality where you're manifesting things that you want to see in your life. Now also, Uranus is in Aries, so this is a square. So you need to learn how to apply some uniqueness and originality to your actions, the way you act and how you see things. And how you're going to do that is start opposing more, start rebelling and changing up what you actually see in front of you as far as the changes that you see, because Uranus bringing a lot of changes, rapid changes. So how you do that is not soaking in them, not stand in the emotion part of it, just feeling it and try to be more expressive with it. See, the fire and water, they're both fillers, but they fill in two different ways. Fire fills and sees. They the filler and the seers, which is visions. They like to see their feelings, so when it's a vision, you need to express it. That's how they let other people see their feelings, by expressing it. And water is the filler and the emotions. The emotions, you go down with your feelings. You soak in them. So you soak and try to understand the realm of reality of what it is, and see if this is an experience you want to experience it again or you don't. And that's how you let it go. You let it pass. Passive. If you don't let it pass, you hold on to it and grudge, and it's something you want to experience again. So you know what I'm saying? They feel in two different ways. So you have to learn how to feel in a more visionary, expressive way, and letting it out, and letting the feeling go up like fire, instead of soaking in that feeling and going into it like water and drowning in it. You see what I'm saying? You have to separate those feelings right now, so you can understand the changes in your life and be a little bit more unique and original with your Cancer energy. Now Neptune is in Pisces, so you have that gift of applying dreams, illusions, creativity, and imagination, and a fantasy and spirit realm to your actions and the way you act and how you see things. So dealing with your emotions and how you feel, you know how to try not to go too far in the illusion to the point that you're tying illusions onto people, places, and things in your life. But at the same time, know how to make this part of your actions. Add your creativity and your imagination to your actions right now. So your gut feeling and your stomach don't hurt too much when you're catching too many gut feelings. Also, Pluto's in Capricorn, so it's opposing. So deep transformative situations and deep willpower, deep desires and motivations is at odds with your actions. So other people's deep transformations, deep willpower and desires is at odds with your actions and how you act and how you see things. So what other people deeply desire is not on the train that you're trying to be on right now. But how to make this a give and receive match other than a tug of war match? Sometimes you have to set aside your actions and the way you see things for the sake of what other people desire. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes if you're in a relationship, that's how things have to go for sometimes. For things don't go turbulent. It'll be over in a few weeks. See what I'm saying? So, well, in this case, probably the rest of the year. Oops. But, you know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to deal with these deep transformative situations at the moment. Cancers. So, yeah, that's your alignment for this week.